So today I'm going to be talking to you about, are your carbohydrates too low for fat loss? So many clients come to me and they are on these 1,200 calorie diets. They're doing these very low. They think if they have carbohydrates, they're going to gain weight, that they can't have it. And the truth is carbohydrates play a big role in our body, which I'm going to go into in a second. But it's about finding the right amount of carbohydrates for your body. And from the sources, that's another big thing, is what are your carbohydrate sources coming from? Are they more these refined, processed carbohydrates, or coming from whole foods where we're balancing and stabilizing our blood sugar levels with our fats and our protein? So we're gonna be diving into it today. Are your carbs too low for fat loss? Let's do it. So first off, I wanna explain something. When it comes to our calories, we have three main macronutrients. We have carbs, fat, protein. Carbohydrates for every 1 gram hold on 3 to 6 grams of water. Fat and protein do not do that. So if you initially cut your carbs a lot, you may in the beginning be flushing out a lot of excess water. Of course, if you're on a deficit, you're doing cardio and stuff, you may be losing weight too. But I just want you to understand that when you do cut carbs, you are not going to be storing that additional water in your muscles. When you add the carbs back in, if you see that scale go up, say you increase 50 grams of carbs or 100 grams of carbohydrates, you see the scale go up a little bit, your body stores water in your muscles, your muscle glycogen, okay? So that is one thing that carbohydrates do. So do not think that if you have carbohydrates, they are making you fat, they are making you gain weight. It's just carbs. Hold on 3 to 6 grams of water for every gram, and fats and protein do not. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Now, this is the deal. I want to kind of throw one thing out there before we move into like the big roles that carbohydrates play. But listen, if your calories are very, very low and your carbohydrates are very, very low, and you are chronically training very hard, doing a lot of cardio, not sleeping well, you're under a very stressed out state, things are going on in your life, that activates your parasympathetic, your sympathetic nervous system, so your fight or flight response. You may feel like your cortisol levels are going up, you have more anxiety, your body is going to be retaining water. So if you're in this chronic state of these low carb, low calorie diets, doing a ton of cardio, you're not sleeping good, stress is all over the place, you feel like you're just grabbing these convenient foods, your body is literally at this heightened state of fight or flight response. You're going to be feeling like you're retaining water. You're not going to be seeing the results because you're in a chronic state of inflammation. This is not optimal for fat loss and for sustainable results. The key with all of my clients, if they come to me and they're on these low carb, low calorie diets, doing all of these, and they come to me for fat loss, I say, no, no, no. I look at our stress, our sleep, our diet, our training, the foods we're eating, what we have available, and I customize everything. So if they have a busy lifestyle, if we have limited equipment, if we're dealing with the stress, the sleep, we make these steps to bridge all of the gaps so that we could actually build their food, go into more of a reverse diet, build their metabolism so that we were able to build more lean muscle mass, focus on all of those gaps, the stress, the sleep, the hormones, the gut health, the diet. So when 6 months from now, we have more muscle, we built our calories up, we addressed the stressors, all those other factors, and we're in a more optimal place with our hormones, our mental health, everything for fat loss. So I just wanted to explain that. Now I want to take you guys into just a few different roles that carbohydrates actually play in the body. And if you do need more help, I am now taking on a few more individuals for one-on-one coaching. You could send me over a DM on my Instagram, ready. I will send you more information. We can book a consult call and see if we are that good fit. And also, if you don't, you can go over to my website. It is elizabethayler.info. I have all my clients' full video testimonials, everything there for me, or you can just shoot me over an email. So there's so many different ways to contact me, and I want to help in any way possible. So first off, from a performance perspective, If you are going on fat loss, guys, and you cut the carbs out, carbohydrates are your primary fuel, okay? So they help with muscle contraction. They help provide your body with the ATP, the fast energy for your training. So if you are, they also, like I said, regulate your muscle contraction, provide your body with the fuel. But if you cut the carbohydrates out, you may feel like you're not feeling as strong in the gym. You're not recovering as well. You don't have that energy. And the thing is if you want to transform your body, you want to build muscle, you want to make sure you are definitely getting in the proper nutrition, especially pre and post workout, to number one, fuel your workouts, give you the energy to lift heavy, make those gains, but also to stop that catabolic process when you're done training and get you into that repair, that recover, so that we're, working on, we're basically getting you anabolic. We're recovering the muscle fibers, we're helping grow more muscle, more lean muscle mass, less fat mass, higher metabolism. So carbohydrates you do need for when it comes to training hard, having muscle contraction. You need it for optimizing your gains in terms of recovery too. So if you want to transform, do not cut the carbs, but we got to find the optimal amounts for your body. The second thing I want to talk about is cortisol levels. So when, let's say, carbohydrates play a role with your HPA axis, so your hypothyroid, pituitary adrenal axis. So if your body's in a state of stress and you cut down carbohydrates and you're going very, very low, your cortisol levels are going to go up. Everybody's body is different with everything. I'm just throwing this out there. I've done keto, carnivore, every diet out there. And literally, even vegan, raw vegan, you name it. When you are in a state of chronic stress and your adrenal glands are overstimulated, if you keep bringing those carbs down and you're very, very low, your nervous system could become overstimulated, and it actually could elevate those cortisol levels and lower your blood sugar, and you feel that hypoglycemia. So your body does need a certain amount of carbohydrates to regulate those cortisol levels. And a big thing I noticed is when I did carnivore diet especially, I got very, very nervous. I got a lot of anxiety. My cortisol levels went up. My body started retaining water. And all of these, you have to look at your body's stress response and realize that carbohydrates aren't always, they're not the bad guy. It's looking at everything as a whole. And by taking those carbs too low, if you start not feeling good, you feel like you're retaining water, your energy's going down in the gym, you don't have the strength, you feel like you're getting soft. That is a big thing when you really need to look into your diet and see how much carbs you are consuming, okay? Another thing that I want to talk about is going to be diet adherence. So a big thing that I niche on is sustainability. And with all my clients, I want them to be able to go out in social settings, to go to parties, to not feel restricted. I work with a lot of people that have EDs in the past, or they don't have a good relationship with food. And I'm all for helping rebuild that relationship with their food, their body, and their confidence when it comes to eating out, going on vacations, and all of that. The truth is, if you are following a current diet right now where you are cutting a macronutrient or you are very low on something, ask yourself this: can I do this diet, whatever you want to call it? I hate the word diet, but can you do this diet 6 months to a year from now? If the answer is no, even 2 years from now, your results are not going to be sustainable because it is not a sustainable lifestyle approach for you. So just in general, it's really about finding that good balance of carbohydrates, everything in your body, so that you can get those sustainable results. So as you guys know, we are talking about right now why you need carbohydrates in your body for fat loss. Can your carbohydrates be too low, causing you to plateau? So that's what we're going over right now. And again, if you do need help, send me over the DM on Instagram, ready, or head over. I will put my information. It's in my link tree on Instagram. It's in my description if you're following me on YouTube. And just reach out to me, fill out the questionnaire. Let's set up a consult call. I optimize everything to help you feel your best self. And then two other little things that I do want to address is sleep. Carbohydrates really help too. Carbohydrates help with our serotonin levels. They help with our sleep-wake cycle. So that could be one thing that affects. And if you're not sleeping well, you're not recovering good, that's a big thing. And then also digestion. If you're on these very low carb diets, you may not be getting the optimal amount of fiber in your diet if you're cutting a lot of those out. And you need fiber for your gut microbiome. You need it for elimination, digestion, your gut diversity, your gut, your brain connection, everything drives your hormones. So those are just 5 simple ways why carbohydrates play such a huge role in your body. And this is the key. So how much carbs should you be consuming? So everybody's body is different. This is based off of your age, your activity level. I go through all this with my clients. So I have a baseline of where it is. I look at the types of foods that we're consuming. I make changes with those as we're working together, food swaps, so that we're able to go for the gut health. I make sure we're stabilizing our blood sugar at each meal with the protein, going for the satiety, getting plenty of fats in for our hormone production. But carbs they're not the bad guy. It's all the other factors that we have to look at. And then it's finding the right amount of carbohydrates for you based off of your goals, again, your activity level and everything throughout the day. So if you're on these crazy low carb diets, you're feeling jittery, you feel like you can't reach your goals, you feel like you don't know what to do, you just feel all over the place. Look at the other factors. Heck, reach out to me and let me help you get a game plan, because some of the top people out there, I work with doctors, I work with actresses, everybody. And the thing is, everybody needs help. And if you're sitting right now and you are questioning your diet and you're questioning your training and you're adding that additional stress factor, you're not gonna see the results that you want because you're literally so stressed out about it. So find somebody, if it's not me, somebody else that you can trust and that can help you figure out the right plan of action with your training, your nutrition, everything, so that you're able to get sustainable results. That is the key. So I hope you guys love these. I am here every single day. I'm doing this challenge to myself for the next 30 days. So if you're on my YouTube, make sure to subscribe. If you're on my my Instagram, make sure you have all of your notifications on. And if you need help, come to my Instagram, DM me. If you're on YouTube, comment below, ready. I will love to help you reach your goals. I hope you have an